Hi folks, and welcome to the plot on a truly spectacular day for the potato harvest. Today I'm going to be telling you all about how I grew these, because this year my potato plants have looked so amazing, so healthy. I'm really excited to get in here and see just what the harvest looks like. I've done a few different methods this year. One is kind of trenching, one is putting in direct. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any differences between them. I had kind of an early planting, a late planting, but they're all main crop. So this is the first row, and you can see I have started to take a little bit of a harvest in here already. I've got some squashes planted in, some courgettes as well. These have gone in after this first row of Maris pipers. Now these are a main crop that went in on the 3rd of April. So that's very early for a main crop, and it was a bit of an experiment. And I think it's mostly worked, but the harvests from here, they've been really good, but they have suffered from a little bit of something called hollow heart. It's not the end of the world. You just cut a little bit of kind of dark growth out the middle of the potato, but that is caused by kind of inconsistent growth, I think, where you get hot periods and cold. That kind of tallies with a planting a bit early in the season when there's still lots of cold periods. This bed, as you might see throughout this video as well, does get quite a lot of shade from a tree, so that might have contributed to it, but nevertheless, they have been pretty good. So let's get to work, get the rest up. First row, how does that look? I'm genuinely interested to hear from everyone in the comments below today what you think of these harvests, if you think they're any good. To me, this looks amazing. The quantity is all right, you know, it's not a huge amount. This is a bit more than half a row. I'll put a weight up here. I'll go home and weigh these and let you know how much is here in weight. But they are really good sizes this year. That is the main complaint I had last year. Planted way too many potatoes too close. This year I went with the correct spacing. I gave them a lot more space to kind of breathe and set their roots out, and it's resulted in some, well, this one's a whopper, but it's resulted in some really good sized potatoes, and there's only 2 or 3 that have got the kind of slug holes in them, so it's looking good. It's looking good. It's off to a good start. Let's try this one. This is a row of King Edwards. I was pretty happy with the last harvest, but this looks absolutely incredible. I am so happy with this. King Edwards, probably my favourite potato. Absolutely just one of the best, and this is just such a sight. I am over the moon with this. I would say in terms of harvest, it looks about the same as the last one, and I haven't tried any of these, so I'm not sure if they've got hollow heart. I'll take some home to weigh, and I will cut into a few and just double check how they're looking inside. I'm hoping that they're mostly going to be fine, even the ones that are affected a little bit. It's not the end of the world, it's just a little bit to cut out of the potato. So I'm absolutely over the moon. These look really good to me. In the past, I have had a bit of potato scab, where the soil has maybe been a bit too alkaline, but there's no sign of that this year. And this just looks incredible. The harvest yield, I would say, about the same for the Maris pipers, but a lot of smaller potatoes, but that's just kind of, that's how King Edwards are. I can't stop smiling. These look so good. I'm so happy with this. Absolutely over the moon. So I know that it's kind of out of fashion now to grow potatoes in trenches. Everyone is doing it in containers, especially on YouTube, but if you've ever wondered if it's still worth doing them in trenches, it absolutely is. And to my mind, it's worth doing them a little earlier. You know, if you've got a mild climate, it does work out planting these a little early. Like I said, these went in beginning of April. much earlier than you're meant to. The ones behind, I am gonna leave for a little while. I was thinking I might take everything today. These are pretty dead, you know, they're fully dying back, but I think they're gonna last a few more weeks in there. But I've got a lot of potatoes to get stored and, you know, lots to keep us going. So just a short one today, but I really hope you've enjoyed. Part 2 will come in a few weeks, so make sure you like and subscribe and do all that stuff. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when I do finally release a video and show you how this harvest behind me looks. This is the one where I directly just put them into kind of individual holes. So it might be a little bit different. It'll be really interesting to see how those fare compared to these, which were dug in a more traditional trench with just a little bit of blood, fish and bone. Thank you ever so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.